Part of this, I want to say process, but it's not a process because it's always going on. We're taught milestones, we're taught things to achieve, things to create memorable moments in life, thoughts to look back on, occurrences. What do you call it, But we live in this perception of time, and we're striving for something in the future to be something we're not in the moment. But it's all just a facade. It's all just concepts which our mind needs to process this reality, which is needed to have this experience. But we don't exist in time, we don't exist in thought, we exist outside of these concepts. But the identity, the concept of self, gives us the focal point, the attention point that things are happening to. And that's what creates this experience, this belief that there's a you, and this you is separate from everything else. And all these things are happening to this you so you can have this experience with the rest of everything that is actually you, which also thinks it's them. How cool, huh? But you do go through experiences, and when your concept of self, your identity, your belief system starts to dissolve, it's really, really painful because you're attached to those beliefs, to those concepts, to those ideas that you perceive as you. And when they start to dissolve, you have what is called an ego death, and it feels like a death. It feels like a death, like you just died. And this doesn't just happen once, because time is infinite. Time doesn't exist. And the more identities that you're attached to, the more self that you perceive as you that needs to die. You just keep on having all these ego deaths. So you just keep on dying over and over and over again. And it sounds horrible, but it's not. Because each time you die, you wake up as a new you. It's almost like being resurrected. Because the concept of you no longer exists. Those attachments that you thought were you no longer belong in your experience. So now you just live without those attachments, without those ideas, without those concepts of identity. Eventually, through these ego deaths, and I don't know how many I've fucking had, but eventually you get to a point where everything is dissolved. I won't say everything. Where a lot of your beliefs and concepts that are thought no longer exist. And so then you're just an experience outside of the experience that everybody else has agreed is the experience of life. With no identity, what can be hurt? What can be destroyed? What can you do? I hate words, but I love them. They just get in the way. But how do I communicate without using words? We've agreed that words are what we use to communicate, to share experiences, to create perception and belief so we can share our experience and convince other people of our experience using words, using thoughts, creating reality. It really is so simple, guys. We complicate everything because we want to believe it's more than. Our mind wants to create this grandiose idea of what is. What if it's just simple? What if everything is just thoughts and words? And what if thoughts and words don't exist? What if it is that simple?